I've been seeing these two for like a whole week now, and the reason for that is really funny because I don't really tend to engage my brain much on this whole black pill slash looks maxing or the doomer incel never had sex mindset, but I just see them a lot on social media, and Jesus, it's so depressing to see. But I can't stop looking. It's like a train wreck, an insane calamity that I just can't stop looking towards. So this drama in particular, it really caught my interest because it's in my alley. It is fitness related content in a way. I've been lifting consistently for almost a year now with very great progress. I'm proud of myself. And there's something I can relate to with this guy when I continue on with this story. So him and I came from a similar place when we started lifting and actually locking in, focusing on ourselves. Anyway, we're gonna go through the whole story here, the meat and potatoes, but I'll just summarize it so it doesn't get too long. So to any of you who don't know or don't even know who this guy is, his name is TheLukeyMC. He's very famous on Instagram. He's a very devout Christian. Something important because his soon-to-be girlfriend is also pretty devout to her religion. It's just something I'd like to point out. He's not really a tall guy, leaning more on the very small side, around 5'3". You'll see that a lot. And he used to claim he was natural, meaning he never took any steroids, like he just has this god gene, which is definitely believable given he's very short, meaning he has good muscle insertions, and his family has insane genetics. I've honestly never really seen his content. It's not my cup of tea. It's like his humor is a mix of internet brain rot and Vine skits back in the day. Pretty interesting stuff. That makes sense, which explains why he's popular. So TheLukeyMC had a girlfriend, and her name was Vivianna, or Miss Viv. So how they met is, one day, TheLukeyMC posted a meme and she commented on it. He thought the girl was the most beautiful girl in his eyes when he checked her profile, and then he slid in her DMs and everything just fell into place. Moving from that, so they were building something together. They had a long time relationship. Everything went well for both of them, and Vivianna made her own Instagram and got really popular as well. So TheLukeyMC is very popular at this point, obviously, with 1 million followers across all his platforms, a number I can never really comprehend as a small content creator. And of course, he has brand deals, lots of gym brands giving him sponsorship and everything. I mentioned this because Vivianna, or Miss Viv, eventually came from nothing and built her profile and built her career as well when they became a couple. Eventually she grew really popular too, something I noticed when I checked her profile. She's really looking like your stereotypical e-girl here, something I've never really appreciated because it always feels like girls like her, e-girls, they prey on lonely young men who just wants attention of females. Like for example, she has a berserk meme on one of her highlights. Definitely never touched a single page in that manga, by the way. Anyway, yeah, as you can see from her photos, she's just the typical e-girl lifter. So Vivianna gets popular too, getting brand deals and everything. Something I mention because this plays a big part in their whole story, or at least to me. So this leads to the breakup. One day, TheLukeyMC just posted on his YouTube with no warning that him and Vivianna, or Miss Viv, broke up. Basically, from the video, he says there was a lack of communication between the two, everything just coming out the moment they moved in together. Very sad. I'm not gonna make assumptions here, but there's no telling whether it was him or Miss Viv who was the bad person in the relationship. But what the hell? It's only been 2 months since TheLukeyMC made the announcement. We already see Miss Viv here with a new guy posing in all different ways in the camera for that sweet clout again. Gee, I wonder who was the more toxic one. So now we're gonna move on to the aftermath. Now I've finally caught you up to speed with this whole crazy situation. Let's go ahead and move into the next series of events. And let me tell you, sports fans, they are wild.
I can't get a girlfriend because I'm short. But also, a lot of men will cope and say that the reason that they can't get a girl is because they're short. But that's not the reason. Never been an issue for me.
But heightism might actually be worse than racism. See,
So from what you've seen, clearly this has hit the blackpill, doomer, incel community like a crack pipe. Just so you know, by the way, blackpill and doomer, very similar. Blackpill refers to being very nihilistic and pessimistic as their worldview. They often apply that to relationships and the wonders of being a man, throwing around words like sub 5 as in ratings 5 out of 10 or manlet, small people, and the concept of hypergamy, how women tend to lean more into more successful men. I'm recently just learning about this shit, by the way. You and I are learning here at the very same time. I'm taking you on a very special trip of learning about the most miserable people looking at life and relationships in the saddest ways possible. These people on the internet are all laughing at the situation, saying they were absolutely correct, that height does matter. Because again, the LukeyMC is 5'3", the girl is basically the same height as him, and the woman just replaces him with a bigger, taller man, all that. Again, there's no proof here yet, whatever. Pretty sad, given how the LukeyMC used to make some content saying that's never been the case and he's never had problems being short like that. Though, from the recent situation here, despite having no proof of what's happening, that might just well be what happened to Miss Viv or Vivianna and LukeyMC. The last thing I saw from the LukeyMC too is this very interesting video where he says they're making blackpill edits of him and he sees it, so he responds,
They're making blackpill edits of me. They're making blackpill edits of me, and they're posting them on TikTok. I just found out about hypergamy.
saying he just learned too about hypergamy, which is fucking crazy. The curse lingers and applies to literally everyone here, even me. You, me, and him. We're all just learning about hypergamy here.
And let's just say it's not good. This is the LukeyMC signing out. Forever. End video.
He says it's not good, and he's signing out forever on his latest video. Take that what you will. Let's just hope he doesn't really mean that. So, very depressing stuff coming out here. What do I think about it? Well, as tragic as this all sounds, I honestly might have predicted this from the get-go. If I was on the pulse of this whole thing from the start, like when LukeyMC met Miss Viv or Vivianna here. Just from her looks alone, I would have predicted this shit like fucking Gandalf the Grey. She really just looks like the type here. The girl that's like the E-dater or E-girl phenotype. You know, those kinds of girls that play Valorant and shit. Even when they first met. But well, you never really know. Maybe she wasn't like that. But then again, she actually turned out to actually be one. It's a complete bad look for Miss Viv here, being an absolute nobody before meeting the LukeyMC and being a couple, making her own career off of him from what I see, getting her own sponsorships and brand deals, as well as being both gym fitness content creators, then leaving the LukeyMC for another man here, which was posted like 4 days ago on her Instagram, with millions of followers too. Whatever real reason of their breakup with TheLukeyMC was, if it wasn't just lack of communication. What about TheLukeyMC? How was he dealing with this post-breakup? I'm sure you're at the edge of your seat too, curious. Well, I didn't mention before, but TheLukeyMC actually started his fitness journey from his old 2-year-long relationship before this, and having a tough breakup that led him here. That was the early days of his journey, and he says after that old breakup that he'll do everything to marry the next girl in his life, which turned out to be Miss Viv eventually. That happened, and oh well, was he so fucking unlucky meeting this classic not so ideal e-girl looking woman. Completely used him for his career. Now countless blackpill edits on the same community he's 100% active on, because his humor, when he used to be a meme guy, was a very brain rot, pandering to kids type of humor. Well, he's 22, so that makes sense. He most likely sees all those posts about him, the blackpill edits. Poor him, that poor guy. Anyway, since it happened to him again, 2-year relationship again, which led to a breakup, he now hopped on gear. Something I will never ever do. Gear as in steroids, by the way. Just sad seeing people like these do that. It's a whole can of worms. Gear does nothing good for you, except if you have body dysmorphia, feeling that you want to ascend again to something else, looking like a mass monster here because of the physique inflation going on lately, with a lot of Gen Z hopping on the fitness trend, being influenced by very poor judgment people actually promoting steroids and illegal substances to minors and shit. So he takes roids. He goes on another lock-in journey like he did last time, but now he's more openly saying that he's not natural anymore. There are a lot of clips of him saying he's not natty anymore. He says take that what you will. And he's been hanging around with creators who often promote the same illegal drug enhancers that he uses. Like, for example, the Trend Twins. Just a very sad situation to see here. Very depressing. Hopefully this video comes out pretty good this time. I'm still trying to find my ground here, with not a lot of time being able to record with so many ideas. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Have a good day.